Okay, now this one is quick and light. I read I Remember Nothing and Other Reflections by Nora Ephron in 2020. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I wrote this about it after reading it. This was a wonderful light read at a time when a wonderful light read is exactly what's needed. It's a volume of vignettes that present as journal entries from Ephron. I know I carry a lot of privilege in life, and from this, it's clear that Ephron is surrounded by even more of it than me. Regardless of that, the descriptions of the ups and downs in her life were validating for me and mine, particularly in the parallel life timeline elements of confusing social dynamics, journalism, and divorce. Those vignettes were Journalism, a Love Story, Christmas Dinner, and The D Word. They're all effective essays that feel like must-reads for people connected to the subject matter like me. If name dropping bothers you, don't bother opening this. But if you can get past that to find interest in the common threads about ongoing changes that occur as you live life, there will be some pleasant cathartic fun for you in this. I didn't expect this book to help with heavy emotions like grief and regret, but I found it to be a salve in the way that I haven't in other books. It's probably that she doesn't hold back here. She lets it all out. Many readers may be turned off if the style is interpreted as whining, but I found it authentic. It's so much like a journal that I felt the positive effects of my own journal writing bubbling up in me while reading it, and that felt great. This book is exactly as I described it here. It's kind of super easy, fun looks at really heavy things. When I think about reading it in 2020, towards the autumn of the first pandemic year, I feel like that is exactly what I needed. I talk about the name dropping thing here. Nora Ephron litters her book with the names of famous people and rich people that she was around during these times in her life, but it almost gives a nice distance to some of these heavy topics when reading it. It makes it feel like you can take in what she's saying without taking it too seriously, because they're all names of people that you know of, but don't know personally. So it's nice to kind of put these topics in a light that is simple and detached and interesting. And that is kind of the best part of this book. It's all of those things. It's simple, it's fun, it's interesting, and it covers some really interesting topics, especially if you're connected to those things, which I was at the time and really felt like it was connected to my life. I mentioned that it connected to the positive effects of my own journal writing. That's been something that's kind of difficult for me in life. It's like choosing to go to a journal, choosing to write things down. But at some of the most extreme times when I have extreme stress, journaling feels great. And if nothing else, it's a great thing to return to look back on when you're wondering about how you got through those stressful times. That's been the most positive effect of my own journal writing. And so that was something that I connected to in this too. This felt like a journal for me, and it was poignant to read it in the throes of the pandemic and dealing with all those things that she was talking about. So this is I Remember Nothing and Other Reflections by Nora Ephron. I read it in 2020. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads.